So Paulo Costa sent something out on Twitter. I want you guys to hear it, and then I'm going to respond.
Chael, what happened? What happened between you and Skin Guy Adesanya? I mean, because you, to me, it's look like a honeymoon between you and him, or you know, I don't know what happened. I'd like to know because you just talk good thing about him, even when he lost to Romero on his last fight. Yes, I'm talking about the worst fight ever. So I'd like to know if you got paid to talk good about him. I really don't believe that. Or are you on a honeymoon with him? Thank you, Chael.
Okay, I don't know where to start with this because I do not interpret anything that Paulo Costa said there to be challenging to me. And I actually very much appreciated it, which means I might have misinterpreted it. Perhaps he's coming at me. Even if I'm wrong and he is, I'm not coming at him. We have a different relationship. I met him, I was in a coaching role, he was in an athlete role. There will never be a time when I will turn the gun on him, but for the same reason, I don't think he's turning it on me. I thought this was a very friendly piece that was perhaps broken up with a little bit of a language barrier. But it was an interesting argument that he was making to me. Because while his body language was showing he was bothered, and while his words weren't overly flattering, he wasn't calling me out for calling him out. He wasn't calling me out for something I said about him. He was calling me out for compliments that I gave his enemy. And it brings you back to the old expression, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But that also works in reverse. So if he thought I was being friendly to Israel Adesanya, then he must have thought to interpret that was unfriendly to him. I'm not sure that he's right on that. I'm not sure that the compliments that I have given Adesanya don't greatly favor Paulo as well. You have to understand, Adesanya is playing at a different level, okay? There's only 3 things that you can do for entertainment in this sport. You've got your walkouts, you have your performance, you have your post-fight speech. That's the only 3 things that you can do. Even the greats like Conor McGregor can only serve 2 of those. Most athletes can only do 1. Conor McGregor, though, will give you one hell of a performance and he will give you one hell of a post-fight speech just to offer a name that you would know. Nobody can be expected to give you a killer walkout. They're focused on something else, such as a competition. Adesanya, and I suppose MVP, in fairness, would deserve the same pat on the back. These guys have found a way to check the only 3 boxes that exist. One thing that Adesanya does is he is very aware that the most important thing in this business, not the sport, in this business, is to have another fight. Okay, just like anybody else that has to go to work each day. Yeah, you got to do a good job today, that's true. But moreover, you got to make sure that you can come back tomorrow and put some more hours in, right? So one thing that Adesanya always does is he always lines up his next fight. The second that one fight ends, the marketing for the next fight begins. Now that does tie in to Paulo Costa. Because Paulo Costa was sitting in the audience the night that Adesanya unified the championship over Robert Whittaker. Adesanya turned right to him, cut a promo lining up that fight, marched up to the ESPN desk and cut a promo again promoting that fight. Well, if you're the top contender, you're not guaranteed to be getting the title shot. I mean, how many times have we heard that argument take place? So when the champ comes down and signs off on it, boom. You now just got a job. So I've really thought that a lot of the things that Adesanya has done, particularly as of late, that I have been very complimentary of, and I will continue to be, Paulo Costa has to understand he's also reaping those rewards. Paulo's been out. Paulo had an injury. Paulo was having a hard time getting headlines, in all fairness. Israel kept him in the headlines. Israel wants to fight him. That's real. Same reason that Adesanya fought Yoel Romero. It's because he wanted to. He wanted to go out, strike, kick, grapple, push and pull with Yoel Romero. He wants to go do those things with Paulo Costa. So, I don't think that Paulo and I have any heat here. If I'm wrong, then I'm backing down. I don't want heat with Paulo. But I thought it was very interesting that he wasn't angry at me for saying something bad about him. He was angry at me for saying something nice about his enemy. And you know what? I respect it.